Hello and welcome to episode 3 of my folktale tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on continuing the starter tutorial and building a windmill. It was all going rather well, but villagers would only put up with eating berries for so long. A little variety wouldn't go amiss and would improve villager happiness. It was high time Bob imparted some of his divine wisdom by providing the good folk with knowledge of farming, starting with a windmill. So build a windmill. Okay, so first we need to find a good place for the windmill. Now bear in mind, with the windmill it's going to have fields around it. So where you decide to build it, you're going to need to make sure there's plenty of open space around it. So I'm going to put the windmill, I think, here, just about here, because then I've got plenty of space for the fields. Okay, so go to the construction menu and basic buildings, and in here is that one there. There we go, the windmill. So you can see the range of it. Excuse me. What I want to do is make sure that it's well away from the other buildings. I don't want it too close to the woodcutters. So I'll place it just there. No, there. There we go. Right, now they're going to start chopping down the trees, clearing the land and building the windmill. Once the windmill's built, then we will need to make some fields for it. So reminds me of when I used to play Settlers.
Construction completed.
Okay, so there we are. Now if we click on this and go to open build and dialogue, we'll put one person. We'll put Rose the Hairy in there. Why not? Poor girl.
Busy, busy, busy.
Okay, so now it's got one worker. The next thing we need to do is place down some fields. So you'll notice here in the basic buildings, wait a minute, he's woken up. While surely a grand feat of architecture and construction, a windmill without wheat fields was about as useful as a grave robber at a crematorium. You gotta love the humour. Bob set about organising his underlings to construct several wheat fields. So let's see how many we can place. Without being prompted, Bob built the fields close to the windmill. Trying to do otherwise would be folly, as the lazy farmers would simply turn a blind eye rather than walk all that way. Okay, so it's telling us to build 3 farmers' fields. You know what? I'm going to build 4. Call me a rebel. So we'll put, let's see where I can place it. Can I put it? Oh, there we go. 1 there. And 1 there. I'll tell you why I'm going to build 4 in a moment. 1 there. And lastly, 1 there.
Building complete.
Okay, I will wait for the tutorial to catch up.
A building has been constructed. Building completed.
Okay, wheat
Construction completed.
Wheat didn't just magically appear. It would take time to grow, and unless Bob expected the villagers to eat flour, which quite frankly sounded revolting, there was just enough time to build a bakery. So bake at least 1 bread is our objective. Now, something to point out while we're on the farm and fields. If you left click on a field, these options come up. The first one is sell it, so destroy it. The next one is repair it. These are the 2 we're interested in. We can grow different crops. So on 2 fields we'll have wheat, so they're defaulted on wheat. Well, in fact, I'll click the wheat just to make sure that they're growing wheat. And on 2 of the fields I will grow carrots. thereby diversifying my crops, which in the civics will make my people more happy, because the more variety you give them with food, the more happiness you will get from it, just like Stronghold Free. So there we go, we're growing two different types of crops. I might make some more fields in these gaps, so I've got 9 in total. Oh wait a minute, sorry, 8 in total. And then I can have more wheat and carrots, but for now that is more than sufficient. Okay, so we got to now build a bakery. The bakery we can position over here near our wagon. Okay, so let's go to buildings, and I think it's under advanced buildings. Yeah, there we go, bakery. So let's position our bakers. Let's see, let's put it here on the edge of the farm. I don't want to waste any space. Space is precious. You're going to realise that soon enough. Yeah, so some here. There we go. There's our bakery. And now we can train up a baker. Still got 4 free peasants. Remember to always be aware of how many free you've got, because if you run out of peasants, then you won't be able to build or do anything or train any new people.
A building has been constructed.
Okay, so there's our new building. Let's click on Muriel Longbottom and right clicker
Be right there, darling.
on the bakery. There you go. So we've trained a baker. Now we've got to wait for her to bake some bread. She can't bake any bread yet because we've got to wait for the wheat fields to grow and the farmers to harvest the wheat. But if we take a look at the bakery, okay, coming down here, where's the one that I'm looking for? It's this one, yeah. So we've just got flour turning into bread. There is no other products that you get from the bakery. So we're just now waiting for that process. We can do some research. We can do grinding. Increases wheat grinding speed through improved technique. So I'm not going to do these yet because we need to focus on the wheat farm. Remember, if you click on the windmill, it shows the crops that you've got growing in the fields. You see little carrots and the little sacks of flour. So when you click on it, it's always useful to then, when you've got lots and lots of fields, that's the best way of viewing what's growing. Okay, let's take a look at the building. So here you can see are the 2 types of crops that I'm growing. I'm not going to turn either of them off because I obviously will need the food, but you can do that if you wish. And down here is what we're interested in. Can we speed up our wheat growing? So let's have a look. Crop rotation increases crop yield. Irrigated fields grow more crops, but that's tier 2, so we can only do the tier 1s to start with. So crop rotation, let's do that. And grease increases worker efficiency, reducing downtime caused by machine seizure. So how much money have I got? Oh, I haven't got enough money to do that, so that's what we'll do in the future. For now we're doing this crop rotation. If you hover over the fields, you can see the amount of crops that's growing in it. So this is at full capacity, this is nearly there. How about the carrots, how are they doing? Remember, it's not on full capacity worker wise. I've only got 1 worker in here, so that's why it's a bit slow. But here we go. Farmer's doing his good job getting us the wheat for the flour. There you go, so we're going to have some flour soon. Now that we have flour, the baker should hopefully come and grab some. Ah, right. The baker's got some flour. Or he's going to get some. Bakers would collect flour and water and bake it into bread. With more than just berries to eat, villagers' happiness would soon be on the rise. Yeah, so that's what they was grabbing from the wagon, was the water. And then they come over to the farm for the wheat. Bob took a moment of quiet contemplation to appreciate all that he had achieved. Having mastered construction and economy, Bob felt the overwhelming desire to head out in search of adventure. With precision and timing, as if he had been listening to the story unfold all this time, the hero, Sir Gregory, wandered into town. Submitting entirely to Bob's will, Sir Gregory possessed special abilities that would appear around his portrait in the bottom left of the screen. So you see around here the different skills that he's got. This is where the game takes on an adventure side and diversifies from to city building, and it really does it so well, as you're going to see. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, here's our hero, Sir Gregory. We're going to have him through our adventures, and he's going to level up. And as he levels up, he's going to get stronger and stronger. So let's just see what this says, because I don't want to repeat myself. Many of Sir Gregory's abilities would become useful in combat when they could be targeted at enemies. Experimenting with Sir Gregory's first ability, Bob discovered that some abilities could be used at any time. Although why would you want iron skin during peaceful times is beyond me. Imagine the weight of carrying that around while you did the grocery shopping. So let's go over Sir Gregory. Let's click on this first buff, which is an iron skin. Look at that, how cool. So now he's got a armor bonus on him. The next one is an attack, power slam. So you'd do that on an enemy. Then you've got shield bash, which is another attack. Then you've got taunt, all good warriors can taunt. And last but not least, you've got decisive victory. So if attacking a target with less than 30% health, 100% chance to instantly kill that target. Very cool. Over here you've got potions. You can drink mana potions or power potions and health potions to top his health and power back up. Then you've got his inventory or character sheet, sorry. Over here you can see what he can wear. So what you can do with Sir Gregory is bring up your village inventory, and as you find and explore and get items and make craft items, you can then equip them to Sir Gregory. As you're out adventuring and slaying foes, the loot that you can get you can use to equip on Sir Gregory. Over here you can see that where he levels. As he levels, he'll get more health, more power, and you'll get ability points, so you can raise his strength and agility. Strength will determines his attack rating. Agility, it improves his critical hits and for ranged attack. Vitality is for his health, and mind is for his power. So it's an RPG as well as a city builder, and that's really what appealed to me. Absolutely brilliant game. So right, okay, let's carry on with what he's saying down here. I digress. So Gregory would head off over the bridge in search of the unknown, in the direction of the quest marker that had thoughtfully been placed on the minimap. So let's continue. Now, the one thing with Sir Gregory is he's got an awfully loud voice. Check this out.
You called!
Although didn't sound that bad. I don't think that blasted you out so you couldn't hear me. Okay, so here's the quest marker. Let's just left click on Sir Gregory, right click where you want him to walk.
By your leave.
Sir Gregory stumbled across a site that had recently seen battle. Several dead lay beside the ransacked wagon. Oh, there's the timer. Whoever the good people were, they put up a fight and paid the price. Perhaps there might be clues nearby, thought Bob. Well, okay, the timer's just gone. I don't want to go over the 15 minutes if I can help it, because I don't want to upset some of you by going on too long. Anyway, in the next episode, we will take an extraordinary look at the adventuring side, the RPG side of Folktale. And trust me, it's as good as the city building side. This really is a fun game. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.